Hi guys, welcome back! Prisoners in the world's most dangerous prisoners are those who have committed terrifying crimes in their lives. There are so many prisoners who have committed crimes, taking lives of the innocents. So, in today's video, we will be showing you 10 most dangerous prisoners in the world. So, without further ado, let's go! Number 10. Jason Barnum. In this September 14th, Jason Barnum is arraigned at the Anchorage, Alaska jail for attempted murder and other charges. Barnum, nicknamed Eyeball because of a tattoo that darkened the white part of his right eye, pleaded guilty to shooting an Anchorage police officer and was sentenced to 22 years in prison Friday, January 2, 2015, in Anchorage Superior Court. Barnum pleaded guilty to attempted murder, a consolidated first-degree burglary charge, and third-degree weapons misconduct in the 2012 incident when Barnum opened fire on two officers from a hotel bathroom. They shot back, striking Barnum in the arm, and one officer was injured. Number 9. Alfred Hines. Alfred Hines was born in Newington Butts, London, in 1917. He grew up as an orphan in a children's home where he received horrific punishment after his earlier thieving attempts. At the age of 7, he escaped and continued his criminal life until his first arrest for petty theft. He was a big theft. Alfred George Hines today remains remembered as one of the most celebrated British prison break artists. During his life, he managed to escape from not one, but 3 heavily guarded prisons, all in an attempt to prove his innocence to the English legal system. He spent large portions of life battling the legal system with his impressive knowledge of the law, eventually winning the case for libel against him after 13 unsuccessful attempts to the courts. Number 8. The Red Ripper. Andrei Romanovich Chikatilo was born on October 16, 1936, in Yabloknoy, a village in the heart of Ural in 1982. Russian authorities were on the hunt for a serial killer. The number of bodies that had turned up, all killed and mutilated in the same way, had led the police to believe that it was the work of one person, and that one person would likely kill again. They believed they were looking for a younger man, likely in his 30s, probably a grifter. They weren't looking for a local father of 2, a former military man in his 50s, which was just what Andrei Chikatilo, the Red Ripper of Rostov. Number 7. Aileen Wuornos. Aileen Carol Pittman, American serial killer and prostitute who murdered 7 men in Florida in 1989 and 1990 by shooting them at point-blank range. Wuornos claimed that her victims had either raped or attempted to rape her while they were soliciting sex from her, and that all of the homicides were committed in self-defense. She was sentenced to death for 6 of the murders and was executed by lethal injection on October 9th of 2002. Number 6. Rodney Alcala. Rodney James Alcala, born, was an American serial killer who was sentenced to death in California for 8 murders committed in the state between 1977 and 1979, and received an additional sentence of 25 years to life after pleading guilty to 2 homicides committed in New York in 1971 and 1977. Alcala's true number of victims remains unknown and could be much higher. Alcala compiled a collection of more than 1,000 photographs of women, teenage girls, and boys. In 2016, he was charged with the 1977 murder of a woman identified in one of his photos. Alcala is known to have assaulted 1 other photographic subject, and police have speculated that others could be rape or murder victims as well. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos just like this. Number 5. Dennis Rader. Rader was born on March 9, 1945. To Dorothy May Rader and William Elvin Rader, one of 4 sons. He grew up in Wichita. Both parents worked long hours and paid little attention to their children at home. Rader later described feeling ignored by his mother in particular and resented her for it. Dennis Rader is an American serial killer known as BTK, an abbreviation he gave himself for bind, torture, kill. The BTK Strangler or the BTK Killer. Between 1974 and 1991, Rader killed 10 people in Wichita and Park City, Kansas, and sent taunting letters to the police and newspapers describing the detail of his crimes. After a decade-long hiatus, Rader resumed sending letters in 2004, leading to his 2005 arrest and subsequent guilty plea. He is serving 10 consecutive life sentences at El Dorado Correctional Facility in Prospect Township, Butler County, Kansas. Number 4 is Thomas Silverstein. Thomas Silverstein, an American criminal, is the most dangerous and most isolated inmate prisoner who was serving 3 consecutive life terms for killing 2 fellow prisoners and a guard while he was behind the bars. He was imprisoned continuously since 1975 on an armed robbery conviction, and for 36 years he had been in solitary confinement, much longer than any other inmate. Also, Pascal Payette, a French criminal, who is the most dangerous prisoner in the world, who tried to escape prison twice with the help of a helicopter. However, he was arrested after his second attempt. Number 3. Richard Lee. Richard Lee McNair, born December 19, 1958, is a convicted murderer known for his ability to. In 1987, McNair murdered 1 man and shot a second man 4 times during a botched robbery. He is currently serving 2 terms of life imprisonment for these crimes, including escaping from prison. After McNair's arrest, he escaped 3 times for 3 different institutions using various creative methods. On his first attempt, he used lip balm to squeeze out of a pair of handcuffs. He escaped a second time by crawling through a ventilation duct. In his last escape from a federal prison in April 2006, he mailed himself out of prison in a crate and successfully convinced a police officer he was not a prisoner escapee, but actually a jogger. This resulted in his mugshot being featured a dozen times on the TV show America's Most Wanted, and made him one of the top 15 fugitives wanted by U.S. Marshals. McNair traveled to Canada twice in order to evade capture, traveling across the country for over a year before being apprehended in a random police check. Much of what the public knows about McNair's escapes and his time as a fugitive is through McNair's prison correspondence with a Canadian journalist, Byron Christopher. Number 2. Jay Jr. In his 8th year of a 20-year jail prison sentence, Jay Jr. Siegler, an inmate charged for armed robbery at the infamous Everglades Correctional Institute, decided to plan a prison escape strategy that saw him escape from prison with the help of his mother, Sandra Siegler, and a few of his friends. He escaped in broad daylight when 3 of his friends rammed an 18-wheel truck through 4 prison fences, followed by a car driven by his mother. After escaping successfully, Jay and his friends swapped vehicles at a local mall. Jay was killed in an attempt to flee after realizing that they were being followed. The car he was driving slammed into an oncoming vehicle, resulting in his death. Number 1. Pascal Payette. He was born in Montpellier, France. Payette spent his childhood in Lyon before settling in Marseille. In 1988, he was convicted of aggravated assault and again in 1993 for conspiracy. On November 20th of 1997, he participated in an attack on Banque de France armored car in Salon de Provence, during which a guard was killed. Payette was one of the most closely surveilled prisoners in France and was never kept at the same prison for more than 6 months. He had been officially classified as a prisoner under especially high surveillance and placed in solitary confinement. So guys, let me know down in the comments section below which prisoner seems the most dangerous to you. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.